Are you going to help take down the Christmas tree? Little man?
The people happily decorate.
We're going to take down the Christmas tree. Perfect.
Everett, leave that alone.
Hello, Lifers! It's Jason Love and Leah Love, and it's Jason Love's Life. We're doing parenting Q&A while we
disassemble the tree.
That's right. It's the eve of New Year's Eve, so I guess it's probably time. Although if you waited another week, I could understand.
This is the earliest
Yeah,
we'll ever do it. Otherwise, it'll never get done.
Well, the smart thing is that we still have needles from last year's tree. So I think if we get this tree out before that point, we won't have that problem with the needles kind of getting under the carpet kind of a thing. So that's why Leah had the smart idea of trying to do this while doing our parenting Q&A video.
Trying to kill two birds with one stone.
While we're actually doing it, or is there another way?
What do you mean? Just take down the tree.
Okay. Adrian Holmes asked, "Hi guys, is Everett in general education, or is he in?" Oh, Everett, don't touch your plastic.
Get away from the plastic. Get away from the window. You're gonna bust the plastic down.
We have plastic on our windows now to keep out the cold.
We're gonna put the twister down.
Yeah, I know that. Evelyn's been playing with it too. Is he in general education, or is he in class full of autistic kids?
General education. He's in class with every ability in it right now.
Sticky bubble gum.
Yeah, we'll put that up in just a little bit.
We'll put the poster back up.
So a mix of both. So they sort of I don't recall that they put the two together.
Yeah.
So there's some kids. I don't know if there's any other kids with autism or not, but I think there's at least one other special needs.
I don't know about the needs of the other kids.
Yeah, I don't know either.
We're not entitled to know that.
But most of them. Hold on one second. I gotta help. So this is from Francisca, who's left questions, which we appreciate. Hope you feel better, Leah. How's ABA going? I feel like I've asked this a bunch of times. Not sure. Sorry, we're about to start ABA at home. My only concern is what happens when he goes to kindergarten for 8 hours, and we still need to get our ABA hours plus speech.
Oh, you don't?
So first of all, how are you feeling?
Oh God, it just will never go away. It will never go away. I threw up my back because I spent so much time doing manual labor over the Christmas, and now I can feel something in my throat. It's just never gonna go away.
Then how would you say ABA is going?
It's fine. I'm a little bit tired of having everyone tromping in and out of the house, which is kind of like exactly why I'm gonna be happy when he goes to kindergarten full time, because then there won't be any ABA because they can't get full time in. It's either them or school, and we'd rather him go to school.
So I think this is different depending on what organization you do. You want to jump on my back?
But he'll also age out at some point really close to this anyway.
So some organizations...
You look like a Jedi.
It's like a piglet ride.
It's like a pigback ride. Yeah, you're like Yoda. You ready to run through Dagobah?
Do you like his Christmas gift? I got him a robe.
So some organizations will work with you on that, because I know someone who we just interviewed for Autism a la Mode, which will be coming out in January, and she said that he goes to school full time and then he has ABA therapy separate, but doesn't put in 40 hours, and I don't know the specifics because it's been a while. So it depends on the organization. Our organization, you have to do 40 hours or they won't work with you, and I know that's been a complaint of the organization. We were planning Everett, like Leah said, Everett's going to go to school full time, so we will have to stop ABA therapy, but he'll hopefully get occupational therapy and speech therapy, which I think will fill in that anyways, because I think it'll be fine for us. But it depends on the individual, it depends on the organization, and it depends on what what you want and need. And I don't mind you asking. You have asked about ABA, and I think that's important because how much do you think it's helped him recently, I guess?
I think it continues to help him. I mean, he gets a lot out of it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's hard. I think part of it is just
so hard to quantify. I mean, as long as he isn't actively screaming and crying about their being here, then I think that maybe they're helping.
And we've talked about that before. It depends a little bit on the individual who's leading it. Some ABA therapists are better at working with Everett than others, and then the ones who aren't as good will probably work better with other kids. So it depends on the individual. Yeah, I would say it helps. It's hard to tell if it's just the fact that he's interacting and talking with them, but they've definitely taught him stuff. So there's definitely no question on that, that he's learned stuff from them. There's a whole graveyard. Well, actually, I think you.
Oh, there's the bag down there. I cleaned up the one behind the couch.
There's a whole graveyard of ones behind
Yeah, it's
the
a
couch.
pickle. Please don't touch it.
It's a pickle
Yeah, can you take
ornament.
Do you want that or just toss it?
Green ornament.
Toss it. It's broken.
I know. I didn't know if you
See,
needed
it's
it.
an
Why
ornament.
do I need broken ornament?
Okay, so let's see.
It's a pickle ornament.
Yeah, there's one on the other side of the tree.
It's a Tinkerwishes ornament.
Yeah, we're putting them away.
Look, it's Christmas ornament.
Christmas ornaments.
It's time to put them away.
So here's one from Zev. My question is, do either of your kids have obsessions like cars, heavy machinery, etc.? Sai has a lot of, and some I guess are to his advantage, like engineering, history, and music theory. He will literally know random facts about his obsessions, interests, and could go on about all of them. We also use this as a conversation starter and to practice speech.
No, he randomly will get really attached to certain subjects, but he can't really vocalize them that well.
Yeah, he has obsessions, but they're not. He's not to that level of like memorizing.
Being able to converse about them or know facts or seek out facts.
But I think that's coming. I think that will happen because he has, like, he'll obsess over. His newest thing is like opening to like. Actually, I think this is similar to Micah from the artistic autistic. Micah's dad said that Micah obsesses over intros to videos, and Everett's been doing that more, where he really likes the intro to Law and Order, but then he stops.
Yeah.
So he just wanted to listen to the music, and he'd ask for the police music. Then Despicable Me, but like just the opening, like not even starting the video, like I don't know what you call that.
Credits? What?
No.
Oh, just the menu.
Yeah, like the menu video part. Or like a lot of times it's music that plays, and so he likes the music. Despicable Me, he just likes watching the characters do like the same thing over and over again. Mm-hmm. And like a
repetitive.
Like a 30 to 1 minute loop. Sometimes a couple minute loop. Does this go somewhere special?
Well, it's our handprint, our baby handprint.
No, I know what it was. I just didn't know where that.
Ow, I got a needle in my foot.
Other than that, does he? Yeah, he'll obsess about items. I'm trying to think of items that he obsesses about, like ice cream for a long time.
The remote for the Wii.
Yeah, remote for video games.
Don't say that too loudly.
Video game stuff, and he kind of similar to what you're saying. I think he kind of rotates between them, and some he'll never come back to again. Like I don't know if Law and Order's over, but he hasn't been asking, and I don't see that it's going to speculate.
He picks them up and puts them down. So much.
But I could see with engineering, sometimes he doesn't get as obsessed about the train as I kind of expect him to.
They both love the train.
They love it, but I would say like a normal amount, not like obsessed about it.
Well, he doesn't have the...
He was obsessed about the helicopter for a little while for some reason.
Yeah, but it's the same as with everything else. He'll pick it up and drop it.
Yeah, it's just a toy that he'll want for a long time.
He doesn't have the communication skills to ask questions about it or be inquisitive or take in new facts about it.
But again, I think he will, only because I would compare it to like his alphabet. Like he learned alphabets pretty quick compared to most children. He's actually way ahead of the national average. Like the average is supposed to be, he's supposed to know half, and he knows all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the teacher said when he did his test, and he didn't know all of his lowercase, but I'm pretty sure he just got bored with the test.
He does that.
And
I saw that, yeah.
Because they also said he could only count to 20, which is also way above average. But he can actually count to like 40 or 50, depending on...
How interested he is in the moment.
Yeah, in the moment. And also I noticed, because I did it on the car on the way home to see, because I'm like, I know he can count higher than 20. And it was a couple times where I had to say, what comes next a few times, and then he would have it. He would say it, but he kind of, he just wanted to end. So he would, but then if
Stop.
you say, yeah. So
he knows these things. He can learn these things.
So yeah, I think he'll get that eventually on other subjects, but we'll wait and see on that. Let's see. We have one more question. I know we have more questions. I should have said this at the beginning, but if you have questions, please leave them in the comments for this one. I know we missed some from the other week, but that helps because then if we have a slow question week, we can go back and pick them up. So this one's from Jean. Do you use Chewies for your kids? Would these help calm them as they send to class. My grandson is 5, is in kindergarten, and he needs something to help him stay seated. Thanks.
I've thought about it, but then I'm scared to introduce things that will become an issue later. Like, if he doesn't know about Chewy's, like, necklaces with a Chewy thing on them, and then I give one to him, and then he really, really likes it, it will become an issue if we lose it, or as opposed to where if we never introduce it, then it's never an issue.
It's Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is over. We gotta get ready for New Year's.
Yeah.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah. So my thought is give it a try.
I would give it a try, though, if you're not really worried about, if you've got plenty of ones to take over if you accidentally lose one or two of them.
Yeah, and I don't think it would work very well. I actually think it would work better with. I thought about doing it with Evelyn, even though Evelyn wasn't tested as having autism. She still needs to. I still wonder.
She meets some of the requirements.
She could still be on the spectrum and just didn't. They just didn't catch it at 3. Because she's very, like, she puts stuff in her mouth all the time. I actually think she's getting, and I don't know if it's related, a rash from drooling, I think.
Yeah, she has a rash from drooling. I don't know why she's drooling. She might just be sick a little, too.
Yeah, it could be that.
She handles illness really well.
That's true.
Yeah.
But she puts stuff in her mouth a lot, or, like, chews on things she knows she's not supposed to. So we thought about with her maybe doing that.
Well, I'd have to get multiples.
But it's that situation, and it's also
multiples, because if she's got multiples, and he's going to want one, and then I'm not going to have multiples for both of them, it becomes an issue.
And I know some people, that was their thing where, like, with the fidget spinner still a thing?
Yeah.
People know what they are, at least. Like, they were saying, well, that helps some kids, but then it distracts others. So but then the problem you're going to have to think about before even starting is that, let's say fidget spinners, if it actually distracts, now you have to, like, take this thing away, and whether just not having, like...
It's going to become a scene.
Yeah.
But it might be worth it, Everett.
You want to come here and say hi?
It might be worth it. You can always just try. I get really tired of constant crying, but you might be okay with it yet.
And I think, too, a lot of it is, with experimenting, is you realize things that you wouldn't think about. So, like, Leah and I got the kids a megaphone for Christmas, and I was thinking,
was a mistake.
I thought, oh, that would be cool. I was originally thinking a karaoke machine, but it is kind of expensive because then you can adjust the volume and stuff. Because they just like, they like hearing their own voices.
Blah 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 blah. So it's them shouting, and then them shouting modulated. So
yeah, through a megaphone.
That was my fault. Why did I do that?
So it was like, oh yeah, that was a cool idea because we thought, oh, that'll keep them.
I liked it so much.
Yeah, they would keep them distracted, but then you're like, oh, and it turned out it doesn't have volume control.
It's just loud all the time.
So it's just constantly, so like.
It's in the closet right now.
Yeah. I would still consider getting a karaoke machine. If
no karaoke machines.
Not now, down the road. Just because I remember recording my voice a lot and thinking it was fun, even as a kid. So.
Okay, then just get them a voice recorder.
I could do that.
We're not going to have any house parties.
I guess I still like to record my voice.
I don't want to hear anyone in this house singing.
Okay.
Girl from Ipanema.
We could get, do they make the karaoke game for Xbox?
How would I know? Why are you asking me?
I don't know. Do they make karaoke game for Xbox like they did for the Wii? I don't know. So I hope that helps. I'd say give it a try. You might want to... Anything Chewy kind of makes me a little nervous just because you're dealing with like germ-related issues.
You do have to keep it clean, but they make them out of silicone, so they're a lot less likely to harbor bacteria if you clean them.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful what you clean them with because you can't just wipe them off with bleach.
Yeah.
Because you ingest it. You need lots of wiping downs with dish detergent or maybe even specialty soaps, depending on how worried you are about soap poisoning.
Yeah. So there's all those things. It's hard to think of everything when you're in the situation. So hope that helps.
I want one.
You want a Chewy?
I do.
Really?
I do. I want the little pendant one. They got some really cute ones at Amazon.
I had a friend who I don't remember. Anyways, actually, I think they were popular because they remember when they had like the baby.
The pacifiers in the 90s?
Yeah, pacifiers in the 90s. So
oh, yeah, those were popular.
Weirdly popular. Kids walking around with pacifiers.
In the raves.
Well, no, I mean, I had kids at school. Like,
all over, I know.
Just walking around with pacifiers, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird trend. So make sure to leave your questions in the comment section. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And subscribe. Is there anything else?
No, now I want a Chewy.
Yeah. We'll see you next week with Bad Habits with Leah and Jason.
Bad Habits with Leah Love.
Yeah.
This guy.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Can we stuff the tree outside?